Hello chaps, how are we all doing today? This is John with you again, yes, and what I'm doing now is my introduction video to my next project. And my next project, as you can see from the title, because you've clicked onto it, is basically my Panzer IV Ausf repair project. Okay, and the reason I'm calling it the repair project is because it's going to be a Panzer IV in the process of being repaired. Okay, simple as that. And I'll be using a couple of bits and pieces in it, some bits that I've already previously made, as in a kit that I've already made some time ago, namely a motorcycle, and I'll be using this beautiful object here that Simon gave me, and what it is a barn section that Simon made up using his molds and things, and some tiles and wall sections and things. Now if you want to see the making of this, you'll have to go onto Simon's channel. That's 1/35th scale diorama builds, and I'll leave a link in the description box below, and you'll see Simon making this. And he made two of them. He made one with the tiled roof, which I have, and he made one with corrugated roof as well. Okay, so that will be, say, one part of the yard, the repair yard. I'm going to have to extend the walls a bit. I'm going to have to do a base for it, deciding whether to do cobblestone base or just sort of a sandy base, you know, farmyard base and things like that. And the main thing, obviously enough, is going to be a Panzer IV, because it's the Panzer IV project, repair project. And for the Panzer IV, I'll be using this beautiful kit that Greg Reilys sent me on. Geez, I'm getting sent loads of stuff, aren't I? Lucky John. Anyway, this here, Greg sent me on, and it's from Academy. It's the Panzer IV Ausf with armour. Okay, and for this video, which is the introduction video, I'll be doing an unboxing of this lovely kit. So we'll zoom down to the bench. When I say zoom down to the bench, in other words, I'll have to click, 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 crank the camera, bring it around, and we'll have a look down, and we'll see what's in the box. Okay, we'll see what's in the box for this beautiful, beautiful old kit. Okay, now when I get that thing to settle down, we'll start. Right. As I said, it's from Academy. It's the Panzer IV Ausf with armour, German medium tank. Okay, it's in 1/35th scale, and it's kit number 13233. So that's about it for the box. Pictures on the side there show pictures of the made and painted, somebody else's obviously made and painted version of it, and on this side it just gives you some sort of safety information on what it contains and all that kind of thing. It's not suitable for anybody from the age of under 3, and they recommend that ages of 14 years and up. But we all know that we've all made them. We started getting into making models at a much younger age than that. Well, I did anyway. I got into I was about 7 or 8 when I started making kits. The old Airfix kits with using the old Airfix glue. They were with the tube, and it came out in blobs, and you kind of stuck everything to the wrong places and stuff. But anyway, we got there in the end. So we start off with the instruction sheet. And what does the instruction sheet entail? Obviously it's going to be the instructions. Gives you a nice little bit of info there on the Panzer IV itself. Gives you a little legend there as to what the symbols mean. And you've got the construction step by step, nicely laid out. Okay. Start off with the suspension and the wheels. Okay. Then we go into the upper deck, putting on the little plates and things, little shooty thing, putting on the spare wheels, Pioneer tools, the exhaust, the big shooty thing, the loady part of the shooty thing, the commander's cupola, the commander itself, putting all the shooty things onto the turret, fixing off the turret, fixing the turret to the thing. So there isn't that much to it, but I'm going to make it even more complicated, as I will explain to you in probably the next video, as in, you know, what I'm going to do to it. What am I going to do to it for this project? So we start off with the parts. Right, we get our upper deck, okay, and as you can see, all the hatches are pre-molded onto it, apart from the drivers and bow machine gunner hatches, but the engine deck hatches are molded onto it, and I want one of them to be able to be opened. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cut this one here and have it glued open, and because you're going to be open, I'm going to have to build up something underneath, aren't I? So I'm going to have to build up something underneath there to make that look filled in a bit, because we'll just give a quick join of these two pieces together. We're going to have a big void in here, so when you look down, you're going to see down into it. So I got to sort of block off the engine compartment, put in a bulkhead and fiddly things like that. So John is going to do a little bit of scratch building, looking forward to that. So there are two parts, our upper and lower hull. Nothing really much to write home about, a couple of little holes here to fill in. Like I said, it's one of the older kits, it's one of the ones that was that's the battery box and all that, so it's going to have extra holes so your engine doesn't heat up and melt your plastic. Okay, so we'll start in the sprues. We've got Sprue A, and normally with Sprue A, it's got your wheels and your drive sprockets and your suspension bits and pieces on it. Okay, nicely molded, no flash, no ejector pin marks where we need ejector where we're going to see them. And like I've always said in my unboxings, that's all I look for in an unboxing. What you get, how good is the moulding, does it have ejector pin marks, does it have loads of flash? Well, it has none of those, so I'm happy. That's Sprue A, okay? Sprue B being the next sprue. It's got our turret parts. It's got the big shooty thing. It's got our top of the turret, our two sides, our main gun mantlet fronty piece. It's got the storage box at the back, the mantlet, the commander's cupola. We've got a machine gun shooty thing there, and we've got the loady part for the shooty thing there. Okay, like I said again, no ejector pin marks, no flash, and nicely molded. Okay, so Sprue C. What have we got on Sprue C? We've got the back plate, we've got another part of the back of it, we've got the two rear fenders for there and there, we've got the spare wheels, we've got a couple of more little add-on bits and pieces, toolbox, lights, the little bow machine gun shooty thing, the front plate, and we've got our tools, our Pioneer tools, okay, and our tow hooks and things. Little bit of flash there on the tow hooks, but that's about it for flash. Well, there's a little bit here as well. I think they're parts of the exhaust, but nothing major. Little bit of scraping and we'll get them off, and nothing to really worry about. No ejector pin marks, which is the main thing, and nicely molded, and you know, everything is there that we want to be there. Right, our next sprue is Sprue D, whereas we've got our Shurzen plates, isn't that what they're called? Side plates. Nice deep grooves for marking them out, so therefore you can, you get your knife and go down there a couple of times and you can separate them up, so you can have separate pieces, so you can have pieces missing if you want to have it that way. There's the mounting hooks for those, and the big mounting thingamajiggy. What else have we got? We've got the curved bit for the back of the turret, for the armour on the back of the turret, and we've got the mounting brackets for that. Okay, and we've also got our figure, and our figure has got his headphones on and things, so he's not too bad. Sure, he's not, even though I won't be using him because, like I said, it's going to be a repair yard, so I'm going to have to play around with different figures and sets, because I do have a set coming and I will reveal it when it comes. It's to me a set, and it's a repair crew, and it comes with an engine in a box and the whole shebang. So that's going to be the engine. Like I said, we want to have to cut this out, and if the engine fits in, it fits in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll have it out then if it doesn't fit in, says you. So this is Sprue, whatever we got here. We have Sprue E, and we've got some jerry cans. We've got a couple of German helmets. We've got 3 tow ropes, 2 long ones and 1 all wound up. We've got our spare wheels. We've got a bucket with a handle, whatever that is. I haven't the faintest idea. And we've got some more little roundy bits. Oh look, they're wheel hubs, cap covers, things, majiggies. Okay, so that's Sprue, what did I say it was? Sprue E. Right, and we've got now is this spare tracks sprue. Okay, so the spare tracks come in a separate sprue. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 7's 28. 28 and 28 is 56. So we got 56 little tracks, all nicely separately molded. So they'll be our spare tracks. We can have them mounted everywhere. We can have spare tracks coming out the wazoo. We've got our polycaps or rubbery rings that make the wheels go round. You know, the wheels on the tank go round and round all day long. So there's our rubber polycaps, and we've got 2 rubber twacks, nicely moulded. I had a nice look at these earlier on, and there's some nice detail on them, and no ejector pin marks, which is brilliant. Nothing to clean up, lovely stuff. And they just go together. Widen the holes a little bit before you do them. Just give it, you know, a pointy thing. Just widen the holes, pop it through. When you're melting them on, only heat up your screwdriver. Don't get it red hot. You don't need it red hot, you just need it warm. Touch off the things and with your finger then push it down. It forms a little dome, keeps them perfect, and you won't be over melting them then. When I'm doing them, I will do a little update video on when I'm doing those, because a lot of people overheat them, and what happens is they melt and they distort and they end up, excuse my French here, but they end up fucking them up. They do. And it's quite simple. You don't need that much heat at all. You just need to warm your screwdriver, but I will show you when I'm doing the update on that. Okay, right, we've got our decals. We've got 3 crosses. We've got 402, and we've got our unit markings here, and the little stripes for the gun barrel to show how many kills he's had. Okay, so that's our Panzer 4H4 decal sheet. What else do we get inside it? We get some usual safety information leaflets. You know, don't be abusing the plastic and this, that and the other. Some handy tools, info on how to put on the decals and stuff, which is handy if you don't know. If you don't know, you know, you don't know. And check with your parts lists before unsealing. Well, they're all unsealed and they're all there, so I'm happy enough with that. So basically that's the unboxing part of that done. I do have another kit on its way. Like I said, I will show it to you as soon as it comes, and I will be doing nice updates on this. Okay, so the first update should be done when I've get most of the construction of the Panzer 4 done and show you anything that I'm going to do to it. Like I said, I'm going to be cutting into the hatch there like that. I'm going to build up inside. You are going to see into it. Okay, so I got to figure out something to go in there. So that's going to be fun. We're going to have to work that out. So stay tuned to the channel for updates on this and how I do bits and pieces to it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it. So until then, lads, stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, even though it's Sunday evening, so your weekend is as good as over as far as and in Ireland here we're waiting for Hurricane Ophelia to come in. Yeah, so kids and all have got, down in Limerick we've got after getting a red warning, and Rachel is after getting a text message there that all the schools are staying closed in Limerick tomorrow due to the extreme weather. So I'd have a day at home with the lads, so you never know. Abby might give me a hand making this, and don't forget tomorrow morning we'll be doing the bum, so Abby will be nabbing the bum chocolate straight away, and stay tuned for that, lads. So in the meantime, stay safe, enjoy yourselves, have a nice week, and don't forget, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. This is John signing off.